When we think of EVP, the question that you may ask yourself, and I think Teresa in her earlier session alluded to this, right? There's so many statements in the organization we have to come up with, right? We have to come up with a mission statement, a purpose statement, a value statement. We have to come up with a vision. What is the difference between all of that and EVP? If I can submit to you this thinking, the three things that you see on screen right now: vision, mission, values. Like what Teresa said, they're guided by purpose. Purpose is an enduring purpose that you have within your organizations. But more importantly, these three things is your promise to your stakeholders. It's your promise to anybody that's outside of your organization. It's your promise to your beneficiaries, to the clients that you work with on a day-to-day basis for 20 hours a day. It's your promise to everyone that you're trying to help outside of your organizations, right? But is these three things enough for your own people? What is the experience they have working for you? What are your employees going through on a day-to-day basis working for you? What are your volunteers going through on a day-to-day basis working with you? That's what the EVP is all about. Like what Samir said, it is a promise, right? I mean, we use different words. I talk about relationship, that's fine. It's a promise you have to the people that are working with you now and the people that you want to have working with you tomorrow, right? That's the EVP. And it's about the entire experience. So we're not talking about just one particular aspect of it. We're talking about multiple facets of it, from the things they do, to the technology they work with, to the pay they get, to the leaders they work with, to the peers and colleagues that they interact with on a day-to-day basis. Yeah? Before I go to my next slide, I just want to ask the room, show of hands. Who in the organization should own the EVP for your organization? Do you think it's the HR person? And I find it very dangerous whenever I ask this question, because I know majority of you don't even have a dedicated HR person. That's fair, right? It's the unique nature of this social service organization here we have in Singapore. So clearly it's not the HR question because I don't see any hands, not the HR person. Is it the finance person? Clearly no again. But why? Finance is important, in charge of resources, right? Finance determines how much you pay the person. Finance determines what kind of laptops, what kind of technology you give the person. Finance determines what kind of resources you have to work with on a day-to-day basis. So it's clearly not finance from the room, right? Is it the leader? Is it the ED? Is it the CEO of your organization that needs to own the EVP? I see one hand. I see two hands. Hopefully, by the end of this session, I will see more hands. Yeah? EVP is a leadership stake. EVP is your leadership promise to your people, right? And you, as a leader, need to galvanize the entire organization to make the EVP work.